You got questions? Jay Wayne got answers. It's the Jay Wayne Q&A show.
Hey, Jay Wayne, trade to get paid. Hey, Jay Wayne, he got the answers. Q&A. Jay Wayne, hey, Jay Wayne, Q&A.
Did you mainly take the breakout entry for the 30-minute retest strategy? Did you mainly take the breakout entry on the 30-minute? No. So D-Rod, listen to me. I waited for it to break out on the 30-minute. Keep in mind, I was doing retests. I was doing a lot of retests at the time. So that's where I was at. I was phasing into, I was phasing into taking breakouts. But I started as a retest trader because that's what everybody talked about. Everybody, it was like the safest thing as a rookie is just wait for the retest. So that's how I was brought up, is to take the retest. But then as I was going on that little plan, 1 to 10,000, 1,000 to 10,000, I started seeing how the breakouts were working. But the 30-minute, I would wait for price to break out on the 30-minute, D-Rod, on the 30-minute chart. Wait for it to break the zones on the 30-minute chart. As soon as it does that, I'm quickly shifting over to the 15-minute, finding an entry, finding where it's going to stall out. At the time, I was just hoping, I was guessing, I was just trying to develop a feel for things because I didn't have the knowledge on the retest candlestick patterns that I told you guys to download. I didn't have that knowledge back then. All right, I didn't have it. So I was, so the only thing saved me was waiting for it to break the zones, marking up the correct zones and waiting for it to break out. And that saved me. Now I got into drawdown a little bit here and there, you know, because I didn't have the knowledge on the retests. But for the most part, I was winning because I had the zone knowledge down pat. And as the main method for entry, when you compounded your account, and which of the two was used the most? Breakout entry. So I'm just told you. So I broke out on the 30-minute chart, wait for it to break out on the 30-minute chart and try to time the retest. That's all. That's what I was doing. When I got to around 10,000 to 50,000 to that goal and trying to build that up, which seemed like it just took forever. When I got to that, then I was taking more breakouts. Now that I say it, it's probably why I took the breakouts, because it was taking forever. I'm like, man, let me just take the breakouts, get my money quick. But that's how I was making little mistakes. And then that's when I started hopping on the currency heat wave. Well, it was the other currency indicator on TradingView. I was messing with that. I had learned about it, but I really didn't mess with it because I was confused. And then I started bringing it back, and then I still didn't like it. So I left it. Then I found the currency heat wave, and I started to mess around with that. And just messing around with it, trying to get good at it. And then I announced it to YouTube, probably about a year, 6 months, I don't know. Flag pattern, trend line break entries. What about it? Question I have regarding the trend line break entry. Do we wait on the 30-minute candle to close on the outer trend line break and take the second 15-minute? Yeah, so the trend line is just going to be the same thing as the zones. The trend lines are the same thing as the support and resistance, whatever zones you use. Any zone, supply and demand, everything. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Let's go here. So I put it from this point down here to this point here, connect the two, and then just let it go on through there. All right. And then where did it go? Okay. All right. Here's the 30-minute, let it break, and then try to catch the retest. Now, in the real life, if you have the indicator, D-Rod, and you're trying to do this, I wouldn't take this one. This is why I think it helps us a lot of times, because you don't trade into the cloud. You know, I don't trade into the cloud. All right. So this one worked out. And all of them, anything I say don't do, you could probably show me an example where it worked out. But I'm talking about what happens most of the time. And most of the time, you really don't want to trade into the cloud. All right. So now you like, oh, it hit a double bottom. Let me trade into the cloud. Turn right back around on you. So you see what I'm saying? I don't want to be trading 50-50. I don't want to be trading 50-40, 40-50, you know, against me. You know what I mean? Like my wins is 40 and my losers are 50 or whatever the opposite, 60, whatever, make 100, 60-40. You see what I'm saying? I want to be 75. I want to win 75% of the time. I'm not accepting none less at this point. And you guys don't accept none less either, because you can win 75% of the time. All right. So that means don't trade into the cloud. So that's another, here's another reason or another example how the indicator helps the way that we trade. And when it does work out, you just be like, oh, this is the one that worked out. It is what it is. It's fine. You want to trade away from the cloud. You want to wait this type of setup. You want to get this type of setup. This the one. This the one. Yeah, it's a trend line break. Ooh, gravy. This is a trend line break. Let's take it. But now it's in the cloud though. So we can't take it. Well, I'm not taking it. And then I'll just wait for it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, draw a fib up, find a low point, draw a fib up somewhere. Look at the 50, look at everything, and here we go. All right. Now let me make sure I'm answering this question right quick before I answer another question. His question was wait for it to break on a 30. To be safe, wait for it to break on a 30. Just like how we wait for it to break on a 30 when you see lines like this. It's the same thing. It's just horizontal though. Right? It's just like that. You know, it's just not it's at an angle versus horizontal. So I will wait for it to break on the 30. Same thing you do here, because you want to keep things simple in the beginning. Very simple. And then go to the 15-minute chart. Once you got that, and then you find you an entry. And if you're waiting for it to break on a 30, D-Rod, then you got to make sure that you wait for the retest, because you already missed the breakout. You already missed the breakout. The breakout was boom, catch it here, write it down in the perfect scenario. But you need to wait for the retest. So wait for the retest to be over. Okay, in this situation, D-Rod, it's going to be, it's pulling back here. Don't, okay, yeah, I don't see any wick yet. I don't see this type of doji right here. See this little doji right here? I don't see that right here at my retest, so I can't take it yet. But then this candle closes outside of the the cloud. Well, this is the entry right here. This one right here. Well, this one closed outside the cloud. No, this one didn't close outside the cloud. This is a green candle, isn't it? Let me take this off. Is that a green candle? No, that's a red candle. Okay, so my bad. This one closed outside the cloud. Why didn't I take this one? Because it didn't retest for you. There was no candles pausing down here, retesting and holding. That's all I'm trying to do. You understand what I'm saying, D-Rod? Because I know how this stuff can get you confused. Well, you look back at the video and be like, well, why didn't he take this one? This one closed outside the thing because the retest never came. This is where the retest came. So now you take the one that closes out. And that's the one you take or whatever. If you're just trying to trade safely, and follow how the way we set it up.